At the April conference of 1910, the first presidency of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints consisted of President Joseph F. Smith, seen here in center, President Anthony H. Lund, first counselor to the left of the picture, and President John Henry Smith, second counselor, on the right. This is Elder John Smith, patriarch to the church at that time. On his death, which occurred in 1911, his 33-year-old grandson, Elder Hiram G. Smith, of 70 in the church, was ordained a high priest and called the following year to be patriarch in his stead. This office was held and faithfully administered in until Patriarch Hiram G. Smith died in 1932 at the comparatively early age of 53 years. The first presidency under Joseph F. Smith, together with the Quorum of the 12 and the presiding patriarch, are seen here on the steps of the temple. In the second row, reading from left to right, can be seen Elders Reed Smoot, George F. Richards, David O. McKay, all wearing derby hats, George Albert Smith, Heber J. Grant, and others ranged behind them. Another group, apparently dressed for an automobile excursion, is gathered round President Smith on the steps of the church office building. This group includes members of President Smith's family and close friends. President Smith was very fond of riding in an automobile and would take frequent short drives whenever his many duties would allow. President Smith's second counselor, President John Henry Smith, passed away in the fall of 1911, and Elder Charles W. Penrose was chosen to succeed him. The first presidency is seen here as they leave the temple, followed by Elders Heber J. Grant, Rudger Clausen, Hiram Mack Smith, with George Albert Smith on the outside, Orson F. Whitney, Joseph Fielding Smith, Anthony W. Ivins, with James E. Talmage on the outside, Patriarch Hiram G. Smith and Stephen L. Richards, all members of the general authorities of the church. President Joseph F. Smith served the church as its presiding officer for 17 eventful and progressive years. The son of Hiram Smith, brother to the prophet Joseph, President Smith was born at Far West, Missouri. As a boy of 9 years of age, he helped to drive an ox team across the plains to enter the valley of the Great Salt Lake in 1848. He fulfilled missions to both the Hawaiian Islands and Great Britain and was one of the general authorities for 52 years, being ordained an apostle in 1866. His kindly features speak eloquently of the love he bore his fellow men, and that love was reciprocated in full measure by all who knew him. Elder Anthony H. Lund was a member of the first presidency for the duration of President Joseph F. Smith's administration, serving as second counselor for the first 9 years, and then as first counselor on the death of President